I actually injured my knee and was treated by a physiotherapist and thought that looks a really interesting thing to do. And I wanted to work with people and I really wanted to make a difference. I felt that actually you have one chance in life, and if you can make a difference and a real positive impact, that's a good one. And becoming a physiotherapist seemed to be the way to go. I think that physiotherapy is about empowering people. So it's about, I remember a patient once very powerfully saying to me when I was working with an older person, and I got them back to being very active and back to their lives. And they said, "Do you know, you gave me my life back." And I think actually we can help and work with people to get them back to doing the things that they love. And that's really making a really broad difference. And 30 years on, that's the passion that got me into physiotherapy. 30 years on, I've worked in a diverse set of different clinical roles. I specialised in prosthetic rehabilitation, which was great because it meant that you could slightly alter anatomy and through the biomechanics of a prosthesis, but also you're working with people who were physically mutilated, emotionally very vulnerable, and who had functionally and socially often lost, a lot. And it was about trying to get them back. And now I'm a senior manager. Actually, I look at trying to build services and support staff to be able to do that in a much broader, wider context. But it all goes back basically to people and getting people back to being active and enjoying their lives. And that it becomes down to the patient every time. I think sometimes we've got to think a little broader, and I think we have to think about, we talk about prevention, we talk about public health, but actually, if we're going to get it right, what we need to do is we need to treat people and empower people at an earlier stage as possible. Well, I think it plays a range of roles. I think one of the really key ones is about advice and guidance. When we get pain, when we're injured, we're all a bit scared, and the temptation to do is actually to stop doing what you're doing. Sometimes that's okay. A lot of times it's not. It's about doing it cautiously and but what we need to do is make sure that we're available to advise people about what the right course of action is. I think the NHS is an amazing institution that gives people what I consider their basic right. So your basic rights, in my view, are the rights to education, and that includes education about your own body and your health, and the right to health. And actually, if something happened to me, my family, my loved ones, my friends, I wouldn't want that to have to be assessed about my availability of income to be able to make sure that my life is saved or that I'm kept fit and active.